So it's almost Halloween, so to kick off the spooky vibes, let's talk about one of the scariest things of all: failure. As an artist and small business owner, I've experienced my fair share of ups and downs. Between trying to chase after ever-changing social media algorithms, going through bursts of highs and lows in self-esteem over my artistic growth, and creating new products to add to my art shop, failure always felt like this terrifying, looming presence in my day-to-day life. Let's roll it back to the start of 2022. The social media platform that I devoted all of my time into curating suddenly decided to completely overhaul their algorithm system and prioritize this fancy new thing called Instagram Reels. Now, this shift in the algorithm completely made image posts almost obsolete in a way, so it's become increasingly difficult to gain any sort of a new audience. And as a direct result of that, a lot of artists like me have found it extremely hard to grow and to even maintain followers a lot of the time. Now, this isn't just me complaining over some lost views and engagement, but this change honestly completely rocked my world and my small business as a result, and made it increasingly difficult to turn those followers into customers or turn that engagement into sales on my small business. In all honesty, this completely caused me to spiral. My art, the products that I create, the content that I put out there, and just about everything about my small art business is truly my greatest and biggest passion in the world. I love absolutely everything about the things that I create and the process of creating. So seeing these major shifts in my small business unsurprisingly feels like a major downfall for me as a creative. When you're your own boss and you're self-employed, you're a freelancer, you're a small business owner, all of those things, and suddenly things just aren't performing as well as they used to be or as well as you hoped they would by now, you really start to question yourself and the things that you're putting out into the world. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I truly feel so grateful that I'm in a position where I can even pursue my dreams, but when your dreams are being stifled by things that feel out of your control, where do you even go from there? Now, I discussed this entire issue with my lovely, lovely therapist a few weeks ago, and what she told me really stopped me in my tracks. She looked at me, and I don't remember the exact thing that she said, but she said something along the lines of, well, Sano, throughout your entire art career and your entire creative journey, you've never really experienced a major failure before, have you? Now, that realization was honestly pretty surprising to me. All these years, I'd felt so frustrated that I wasn't growing as much as I wanted or thought I should be, or that my art wasn't where I wanted it to be. And while those concerns are all obviously valid, I've had the absolute privilege to work with some incredible artists and companies that I honestly never thought would ever reach out to me before. I've never really experienced a huge, massive failure before. Now, I just want to add a disclaimer that this is absolutely not me bragging by any means. It's far from it, actually. But realizing that lack of having truly failed left me with a small piece of dread. Well, I hadn't failed yet, so why am I suddenly failing? What am I doing wrong? Am I not good enough anymore? All valid concerns, but rather than wondering what I'm doing wrong, I learned that I should be instead asking, what can I learn from this? And what should my next steps be? Failure is a way of showing us how we can learn, grow, and proceed with more tools in our belt to succeed. It isn't a punishment. I think this is something really important that's been helping me reframe my mentality on this entire situation. Rather than stewing in frustration over algorithms that I have absolutely no control over, I learned to ask myself, how can I use them to my advantage? I realized that I could actually force Instagram to show my work to people via Reels, and was even accepted into their monetization program for them, which has actually helped me a lot. It's pretty small earnings, but honestly, it gives me another way to maximize on my creativity and think outside of the box with my content. It's still something I'm trying to understand and test out even now, but it's been a surprisingly fun challenge. So rather than feeling super ashamed of my art and wondering where I'm going wrong with the products that I'm producing, I actually learned to ask myself, how can I set myself apart as an artist? What are products that people are really loving right now? Or what are products that people don't even have yet? Once again, I'm still figuring this all out myself, even as I make this video, but just the fact that failing has given me the opportunity to ask these questions and work smarter, not harder, has honestly been a much needed addition to my work ethic. Failure can feel like the end of the world, especially when you feel like your whole world is dependent on that one thing that encapsulates your passion and dedication. But in reality, it's just a stepping stone in your journey to fulfillment, success, and education. Reframing our mindsets to be more welcoming of failure, while also giving ourselves the space to feel frustrated and sad, and picking ourselves back up when we're ready to challenge it again, can really lead us to where we want to be. Now, this is Editing Voiceover Sano, just adding on to this discussion while we sit back and enjoy this cozy packaging montage. So I was prompted to make this video after a few mishaps that have been weighing on my mental health throughout this entire year. Social media is something I've tried my best not to put too much value into, but I feel like as a small business owner and freelance artist, I think it's just one of those things that's a little impossible to avoid, since that's our main source of marketing, basically. As I mentioned earlier, social media algorithms have been honestly really tanking lately, and it's been much harder to get my content seen by more people like you who enjoy art. I had a shop update recently for the Autumn Moon Rabbit collection of sticker sheets and postcards that you saw me unboxing and taking pictures of in this video, and unfortunately, it didn't do as well as I had really hoped it would. It's easy to feel embarrassed as a creative when our stuff doesn't perform well, but more than anything, I want to be absolutely candid with you guys and show you the reality of running a small business and doing art full-time. There's a lot of ups and downs, but despite all of that, I wouldn't trade this job for the entire world, honestly. It gives me a creative voice that I can pour my thoughts and ideas into. It gives me the flexibility to look after myself, yet also hold myself accountable as a business owner living with ADHD. And it's brought me a lot of fulfillment that I wouldn't have found anywhere else. It really feels like the only piece missing from the puzzle at this point is being able to have more people see my creations, and I really, really hope that with the creation of this YouTube channel, I can someday accomplish just that. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. I actually really love doing these kind of sit down and talk sort of videos. I haven't done a video like this in years, and I want to honestly keep doing them. So let me know down in the comment section below what other topics you would like me to cover on this YouTube channel that I can discuss in a future YouTube video. And don't forget to like and share this video if you enjoyed it. Until next time, my friend.